Hi, I'm Jim Gary, and welcome to Batilipe's Workshop. I've wrapped up the suspension and brake work over the past year on my year 2000 Workhorse-based Georgie Boy Pursuit motorhome. And in this video, I'm going to go under the rear of the motorhome to double check some of the new brake fittings, but mostly I'm there to change the differential oil. And this is something you don't need to do very often, but as you'll see, I've had a bad experience in the past related to this. And I did all this work prior to replacing the rear wheels and lowering the motorhome back to the ground. So please be aware that I'm a biologist, not a mechanic, and I'm showing you what I did, not what I think you should do. So please consult a professional mechanic before a job like this. And as always, I welcome any comments or suggestions you may have. If you found this interesting, there are links to some of my other videos in the description below. So please like and subscribe. Now let's get on with the video. I'm looking in my Workhorse chassis guide. This is kind of the easy version of the manual. The actual service manual is multi-volume and it's in the yellow, but this is the standard just chassis guide with stuff most people would need. I go to the section on the differential, and I've already found out that I have the American axle, and what they say, the ones built around the time mine was built, a little bit after, used a synthetic lubricant, SAE 75 W90 GL5, and I'm going to use this just Walmart Super Tech, and this says I need 7.2 pints, which would be about 3.6 quarts. I crawled under the RV just to see what kind of wrench I needed to take the caps off to drain and change the differential oil, and it measured out as a 3/8 inch square. So what I've got on my driver here is just an adapter that adapts the square 1/2 inch down to square 3/8. While I was back here to drain the differential, I just noticed there was a little weeping around. I think this brake line, this is the T, so here's where the line comes in, flexible line, and it tees out to either side of the axle, and this is definitely wet on this side. So these are 3/8, so I'm going to just snug it up a little bit, and I'll come check it again in a couple of days. Okay, so I got those both snugged down, wipe them off, so when I come back I can tell. So there's not a whole lot of room to work down here. So we're at the differential, and here's the one you fill from, and then underneath here's the one you pull off to drain it. So the bolt or the plug is right here, and I'm going to try using just a wrench rather than the driver first, just to make sure. I have no idea how loose it is, but I got that little ball bearing out, so it looks like, oh man, it's in there good. I'm sure it hasn't come off in 26 years. There, I got it loose. So I'm not going to do the side one until I got this one off, because that'll give me less flow. So hopefully I won't make a complete mess out of it. Well, that's draining. I'll try to get the side plug off. Okay, so that's pretty good. It's draining nicely. Here's the hole to fill it from. So I'm going to let it drain for an hour or two, because I got other things I can do in the meantime. So the main thing right now is I just want to put oil back into the differential. And as you recall, when I took this plug out, it was really in there tight. And I couldn't find the specs for torquing this. For the engine oil, it's 27 foot-pounds, so I assume this is something around that. And I'm going to put a little bit of thread sealant for pipes on this thing. This is just pipe sealant, T+2. I don't think it can hurt. I'm not going to put a ton on there. I had a really bad issue when a mechanic on one of my that was working on one of my old cars when I first got it. He I think he didn't put the oil drain plug on tight enough or something, but all the transmission fluid, all the transmission oil leaked out. So I had a minor accident when the rear end on that car is one of my Triumphs locked up, and I had to completely nearly caused caused an accident, but not a major one. But it also, I had to have the whole rear end rebuilt, so I'm very sensitive about making sure nothing leaks. I'm kind of going blind. Oh, there it goes. It goes in at somewhat of an angle. So there, I'm hand threading it in. I've got a torque wrench I want to put on it and just see what I've got. That looked to be around 50. So I think that'll do. I will come back and check. So this is the hole that the oil goes in. And I'm supposed to put in 3.6 quarts. And I'm going to guess that when it reaches 3.6, it'll start draining out of this hole. We'll see. I have to cut the spout. What's going on? Boy, it's coming out the side. Okay, I'm going to have to cut that hole bigger. I'm having to squeeze too hard, I think. But this bottle's almost empty. Okay, I've cut it a little more blunt. But there's only a little bit in here now. That's pretty close to empty. That's number one. I'm just going to transfer the already cut lid to the second can. So here goes number two. Well, it's making empty sounds, and it's pretty much empty. The reason I'm wiping that drip is because it's dripping right on my light. Okay, so we got that one. Here comes number three. And the differential is interesting because on this one, the oil from the differential is what oils the rear wheel bearings, so they weren't packed in grease. They simply depend on oil from the differential moving up the axles. Seems like it's coming out as fast as it's going in. I'll let it sit for a minute because that's only 2.5. Now, of course, there's some oil probably still in there. Definitely seems to be full. Right now, there's no point in trying to put more in, so I'm going to put the plug in because it's just dripping out. Now, it's possible that it takes time to get up the axles, or maybe I have to run it, drive it a little bit. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put this cat back on. And after I've driven it a few miles, I'll go ahead and come back under here and check it again. Okay, so I got about as tight as it was before. Wipe off the oil. So there we go. So since I can only put in 2.5 quarts and it was supposed to take 3.6 quarts, I just want to measure how much oil I took out because I suspect the rest is residual. So I found a measuring cup that goes all the way up to 32 ounces, which is a quart. So let's see what we got. You can see the oils, it's dark, but light goes through it. Okay, so there's 1 quart. And just to see how unbad the oil was, it's kind of amazing. There's where I spilled some, and it's just, you can see right through it. So I'll dispose this in my oil disposal. It's 1 quart. Looked like it was just about exactly 2 quarts. So I think there's plenty of oil in there. I think there's just residual oil elsewhere that didn't come out from the plug. But again, I'll run it, drive it for 50 miles or something, and then bring it back in, crawl under it. There's a million things I'm going to want to check then anyway, and that'll be on my list. So the history of this RV, from what I can tell, is it went from owner to owner. It was originally sold in Maine. It moved eventually to Florida, not too long after, I think within 3 or 4 years of when it was built in 2000. It sat apparently not moving much. And then an RV mechanic knew about it. He found out about it because one of his friends had it in their backyard. So he offered to get it fixed up to sell. And he did that. And then he sold it. He sold it to me through a consignment lot in Lakeland, Florida. And I'm wondering if maybe he hadn't changed all the fluids before he put it up for sale. Being a mechanic, that's the first thing you would think of, I suppose. Again, the thing only has about 20,000 miles on it. Anyway, I feel better having a fresh differential oil in there. There's quite a bit of literature concerning mixing synthetic oil with regular oil. And since there's always residual oil, in my case probably over a quart, after I drive it a bit, I'll probably change the differential oil again, just to be sure I don't have a mixture of incompatible oils in the differential. So thanks for watching. If you're interested in similar videos, please like and subscribe. Bye.